There's my queen. I think we should take a peek. And if we can create that propolis envelope. I'm Phil Breed. I like to call myself the sweat equity of Birdsong Vineyards. Public educator for 35 years, retired for 2 years now. My first experience to bees was in the Vermilion, South Dakota area. It was a hippie community at that time, and I was a kid running around watching everybody growing gardens together and bees together, and I think that was my first time ever at Sioux Bee Honey. I was going down there as they were selling honey down there. It stuck with me. I've now been keeping bees since 2018, and it has grown more than I ever anticipated. I know Donna said, how many are you going to start with? I said, I think 2 to 4 would be fine. And then I said, I think we're going to bump to 8. And I said, 10 looks like a good number. And then one day she looked out and she said, okay, so 10 was your cap. How many do you have? 22. So it's a bee fever without a doubt. From there, I just wanted to know more. It's my nature. And so I got involved with UNL's Great Plains Master Beekeepers. I'm in my 3rd and final year working on my project to complete that. I'm in my 2nd year of University of Florida's Master Craftsman Beekeeping, and that's more of a research base. I'm definitely excited about that. At the end of this month, I will be finishing my certification for Master Conservationist through Iowa State University. So all of these things just came together back to that agriculture, that community. So these ladies were 2 swarms, and in the bottom deep, I got the queen. She was laying. She did really well. Laid supersedure, took off. Queen hatched. Okay. She laid a supersedure, took off. And I thought, okay, we're not doing this again. Mm-hmm. So this top deep was also a swarm that was just right here. And so I scraped cells, introduced this queen because she was rock solid. She was like, I'm here to stay. We're doing great. And so I checked to see if they merged and accepted her, and they had, but I haven't been in there since. So I think we should take a peek. So when we look, you probably notice the 2 different boxes. This one is the
Intra Hive wax dip.
Yep. And then this is a propolis that I used, Eco Wood Treat.
Okay.
Well, I went with wax dip just because I'm curious. I like the natural look. But when Jeff told me, what did you tell me? I think 25-year life on it.
Yep.
And I went, my age 25. Yeah, I'll probably be done beekeeping, so these boxes will last me the rest of that time period.
For guys like you and I, it is a true lifetime box.
It is. It is. I know you probably look at all the beginning beekeeping stuff, and it says well, they've got that propolis down good, to always smoke the entrance. I seldom do.
Okay.
And I seldom smoke that inner cover either. So yeah, you can see they've really got the propolis going here. Got a few dead bees, but yeah, nice propolis seam right there as well. So because these were swarms, I put Viroxan in there, and that's a treatment that I'm really, really liking so far. Just super simple to use. And the reports I'm hearing back from Megan Milbrath, Katie Lee, Lewis Bartlett.
Yep.
This is a good product. So if you look too, I didn't used to do this until starting to read more of the research of how much pesticide or toxin the wax can hold since it's a lipid.
Yep.
And so you can tell these are my old frames. So then when I started putting in, I put in where it came from. You can probably guess where PBP is.
Yep, we like PBP.
I do too. One of the things that I absolutely like, your frames, that's huge. It's in all honesty huge. And then I know I bought some from you and some I've made myself. The ones I made myself, my stapler won't fit right there. So I just staple kitty corner.
Oh, okay.
Flip it over, staple kitty corner again. So glue it in staples. What do I love about it? They draw fast on it. That to me is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I look at that and go, that's absolutely gorgeous. And I know from experience that I can pull this out in one of the yards and I can see day-old eggs. And remember, day-old stands straight up. So you're looking at this tiniest little dot standing straight up at you. So there's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And I can go, I've got eggs. What's more is if you ever look on our Birdsong Bees Facebook, I take videos, and I'll get in there and take a video of eggs and the different instar of larvae, and people comment there, that's the first time I've ever seen eggs. That's absolutely gorgeous. That wax is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I credit that to the bees, but also you guys have come up with a tremendous design.
How long do you think you'll run your frames?
You know, that's a great question. I used to think 5 years from the things that I was reading, and now I'm thinking 3.
Yeah.
3 years. So yeah, you can take a look. That's already just gorgeous. I think this has only been in there a week on a swarm.
Wow.
So yeah, just the nectar, the cellwort, the mulberry. So yeah, that's exciting to me. You can see that, Matthew. And there shouldn't be a queen on there, but let me just check because you hate to lose her. So we'll get a little deeper. The biggest difficulty about this is checkerboarding, where you go every other one, is if they have one that's already drawn out, they shoulder it.
Yeah.
And that's, you can see that shouldered right there. But yeah, this is a good resource frame right there. Lots of nectar, soon to be honey. And I'm thinking we're coming up on a new frame with some brood already, which is stellar. Yep, there we go.
Oh, wow.
So there.
That's in a week?
Yep, that's been about a week. Now, well, maybe a little over. Yeah, a little over a week. So I'm looking at cap brood as fresh it is. 3 days as an egg, 6 days as a larva, 12 days as a pupa. Does that help you, Matthew? And if we want to take it out in the sun for a better shot, just let me know. But yeah, as you're looking here.
Okay, see that bee right there with its head down in there?
This one right here?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was that doing?
Well, I'm guessing there's nectar in there, so she's either good shot.
Adding or taking?
She was either adding or taking to feed. So yeah, ideally you've got that honey up here, and then you can see the brood, and then, oh yeah, there's eggs right there. Matthew, if you can zoom in enough to get these girls to move over, you should be able to see eggs right in there. Are you picking them up? Yeah. And that's one of the things I love about your guys' black plastic cell is I can see. So yeah, that's a beautiful brood right there.
Oh yeah, look right there.
Yeah, that's just gorgeous. So here's what I'm anticipating, or I'm speculating. You see how we've got uncapped here?
Yep.
These ladies have detected that there's something amiss in there. It could be varroa.
Okay.
It could be. It could be something else that they smell that they just go, this isn't right. And so what they're doing is uncapping, checking. Somebody else may come along and recap. In fact, it looks like that row of 3, actually that group of 5 right there have been recapped.
Yeah. Right. That bee had just touched
there.
It.
Yep. Yeah. And that's what I want them to do. I want them to get in there and say something doesn't smell right, something doesn't feel right.
Is it smell, or can they sense a different temperature or something? Or
It's generally smell.
Smell. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, their olfactory senses are stellar. And if you had your gloves off and you put your hands right there, the heat coming out of there right now, you'd have to take your glove off to feel it. But okay. So when we take a look here, we can find a little notch. There we go. So again, another food frame. There's a little larva in the middle, and this, because it's domed up, is drone.
Okay.
So every time it's got a bullet case in. Oh, see, that's gorgeous. But our next frame is going to be even more beautiful because we're going to hit in the middle. See, I said about a week, and as I'm thinking back on my record, it's probably been more like 10 to 12 days. But look at that.
Oh, wow.
From nothing to that. And that's 2 week less time period. Isn't that stellar?
Mm-hmm. That is beautiful.
Yeah, that makes a beekeeper just crazy happy. And so they started putting groceries on this side already. So I'm guessing that brood has hatched, or they just went ahead and started groceries and then had open space for the queen around here. I keep going?
Yeah. I kind of want to find a queen.
Yeah, I do too. It always makes me happy. Look out, sweetheart. Matthew, just so you know, I'm at 47 stings for the year.
47?
Yeah. I was 115 by end of October last year. So I got a little catching up to do.
Yeah, you're behind pace.
I am.
How old do you estimate that this frame is?
I'm going to guess that this one is pushing, so let's see, it's yellow underneath. I'm going to guess, well, it's 5+, I know that. So it's one that'll get worked out. You remember I told you that I went through and tried to decide, hey, can I use that frame?
Yep.
If you notice, those frames all have white dots on them.
Gotcha.
So that's for my white queen marker.
Okay.
So, marking queens goes, wow, you raise great bees.
Yep.
White, yellow, red, green, blue. Next year is white again. And I marked them white to say, okay, Phil, by next year, these frames have to be out of here.
Yep.
Because I didn't know for certain how old they were. When I started as a beekeeper, Propolis was the enemy. Every class you took, it seemed like everything you read was anti-Propolis. And so, it never occurred to me to have anything but a smooth interior. I didn't want that on there. And then as I started just reading more and more, people became aware of Propolis, and Marla started talking about things, and Michael, Simone Fistra, and some of the others. It started making sense to me. It's like, well, they do this for a reason. And then if you think about the word Propolis, before city, this is that before any of the, I would call them the nasties, can get there. This is that first wall of defense. So when you see this, I really don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the stains, I really don't mind. It's because it's telling me we're doing the right thing.
Yep.
And so if we can create that Propolis envelope down in here, that's just tremendous to me. For all the microbial properties, or antimicrobial properties, I should say.
You're letting the bees do what Mother Nature has trained them to want to do for that reason.
Exactly right.
Yep.
That's what they would be doing inside this tree if that's where they were living.
Yep.
That's exactly what they would be doing. And so for me, you guys know, I'm inquisitive, and I'm never satisfied with, there's my queen. I'm never satisfied with, so green queen, how old is she? This would be her second summer. So she was a hatch, or an emerge from last summer. So yeah, this is one of my queens.
Yeah, you can see all those little eggs tucked in there.
It's always a happy sight for me. And then make sure I don't hold my frame over the grass and drop her. So, I've never been satisfied with, well, that's common sense. Well, what's the research that provides that common sense? This supports that. And just learning about so many things, the Propolis, other things on how to work with my bees specifically and be their caretaker. That is absolutely fresh wax right there with a little bit of honey in it. Have you ever chewed any of this before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's happening right there. So we'll peel back some canvas.
Do most top bar hives have that?
Outside.
The canvas, or is that a fill thing?
Well, here's what happened. A guy donated these to me.
Okay.
And he said, hey, I've got 2 top bar hives I'm not using. You want them? I said, sure. So I put them in my honey house. And then that's when I built them up to make them winterize. So he just had these on there. And I think what I like about it is, and if I can pull this out without destroying anything, I'll show you why. Hope I pulled a little bit of honey. That's all free form. There's no plastic in there.
It's so incredibly
And so if I rotated it towards me, that would break off.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you got the honey, you got brood.
Is there any type of a starter strip at the top of that or anything?
You know what that is? It's a paint strip.
Oh, okay.
And we'll take one out at the other end.
That is cool.
So I think what I'm going to do here is I would be smart to pull my leaderboard out.
And put that in after.
Yeah, I'm going to put this.
Give me.
So yeah, if you look, if you look down in there, I'll back up with these guys. You can see that V shape. So they don't attach to the walls because they have to have their bee space to crawl back and forth.
So they make their own bee space.
Yep, they make their own bee space. There you go. That's called festooning. So they're just measuring the space for their comb right now.
So those are the engineers.
Those are the engineers.
Okay.
Yep. And
doing it on the one next to it too.
Yep, they are, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to do that so that I can do this. There we go. Thanks, ladies. And so if you take a look, God, they don't want to let go. But that's just a paint stick.
Oh, sure.
Paint stir stick.
Gotcha.
So you just ran that on the table saw, put a paint stick in there. I painted it with melted wax I had from other colonies, like from my cappings of my, and they just started drawing. Mother Nature is way smarter than I am.
Oh,
way smarter
than any of us.
Jeez.
Well, except for maybe Marla.
Yeah, except maybe Marla.
Thanks for watching another video from Premier Bee Products. To subscribe, click this button right here and join thousands of other beekeepers. If you want to watch another video, click that button right there. And to shop any of our products, check out the description below. See you soon.